Hello everyone, today I'll be answering your questions that you guys asked me a few days ago. Let's get started, shall we? So, the first questionnaire of this video is Moku Arts. And the first question is, what or who inspired you to become a commentary YouTuber? To be honest, I know this may sound absurd, but it's actually religion and Jesus that inspired me to be a commentary YouTuber. I know that might sound absurd, but here, I'll explain it. I know there can be evil people out there. I know they can do scummy things, and a lot of people make a lot of mistakes in their life. And I would like to point out the people who did intentionally do wrong and evil, and those who may have did it out of accident. And I believe that some people can be redeemed and forgiven or not forgiven for their sins. And I just want anyone who's made a mistake out there or make scummy things, then I believe they can have a change of heart, a change of mind, as you will. And I just want to spread goodness in the world. Unlike some YouTubers, they mostly use their platform for maybe fame, they maybe use it for money or any other reason. But for me, I just want to spread some goodness in life, because there is a lot of people that can be notorious for something, but that doesn't mean they can't do something redeemable or good. And I know that everyone here on Earth are the same, but there's no reason as to why people should go to the dark side, as to why they should do evil things out there. I don't want anyone to necessarily change or force their new religion onto Christianity. You're welcome to feel free to, but I'm not trying to impose Christianity towards anyone. I'm just saying that there is a goodness in life, and there is a creator out there that is good. And I know he wants us to be good. So if you guys are feeling down or anything, I would gladly like to pray for you guys, even though I don't know your names or I may not know who you are in real life, but I would like to pray for you guys. Even if you do something bad, as like you punched someone or you called someone names, I will still pray for you. The second question asked by Moku is, what kind of topics do you like to talk about? Generally, I like to talk about anything, as long as it piques my interest, but usually I like to rant on people because they can do some things that are small, as like doing some pranks that is obviously staged, or doing something notorious like faking cancer and asking for donations. But I do like to do other things as well, like for example game rants, or what anime character I am, or anything else. But generally I like doing commentary videos, and I will do a lot of topics as long as you ask politely, please. The third question by Moku is, do you have friends online or IRL? In general, I don't really have friends because I don't have anyone that I have like in contact with or I talk to. I'm just a YouTuber. I'm just a guy in the chair talking about things online. But that doesn't mean I don't have friendly interactions, or that doesn't mean I don't want to be friendly towards people. Of course I'm friendly towards people sometimes, but I generally don't have like a long-lasting friendship. Even if I befriend or if I'm in contact with someone, I generally fear that it won't last very long because I'm very timid, as you will, and I have troubles with social skills, but that doesn't mean I don't want to improve one day. I want to improve, but I simply don't have friends as of right now. Now, there's people that I can consider my friends, but it's only if I'm worthy in their eyes that I can call them friends, but I have no idea. I'm not sure if I'm worthy enough, but I will one day improve. I will one day be worthy to some people. The second questionnaire is Coffin the Bat, and their first question is, bet my first question is, do you have a relationship with anyone like IRL or online? Platonically, no, I don't have any friends, but romantically, I don't have any girlfriends, unfortunately, because I don't believe that anyone this young should have a girlfriend unless they have like a stable income, they have their future planned and they have a stable house, then that will be fine. But if you're just like a normal kid, then it's not really good to have an early relationship because, you know, you can't really focus on your studies and other things. So I would recommend that you usually date someone unless you finish school, you have a job, and you have a house to live in. The second question by Coffin the Bat is, what video makes you the most upset or angry on YouTube? Well, there's several different things out there that makes me mad from YouTube, but the most number one thing I would say that makes me mad the most is people doing criminal activities. Like for example, there can be like pranks and kiddie channels out there that's brain rot. That's okay, yeah, of course that makes me angry, but nothing makes me more angry is people doing something that's illegal. Like, for example, assaulting people, doing criminal activities like, I don't know, robbing a bank or whatever. Something that is illegal and dangerous to others, that's what makes me the most angry. I'm not sure if this specific video that I can remember is on TikTok or YouTube, but there's this one video that someone did where they walk up behind a random pedestrian and then they hit them in the back of the head. And that's what makes me angry because the guy was just minding his own business and then this random dude just hit him in the back of the head. And I don't really like that. And the last question by Coffin the Bat is, would you make more videos on people who are bad and spread awareness? Of course, yes, I would make more videos on people who did something bad. And bad can be subjective, bad as in like something illegal or something as in just an annoyance on YouTube. But if there's anyone who did something criminally bad and notoriously something bad, then of course I will cover it and I will spread more awareness so people are not affected or not harmed, or just to point out that this person did something really bad. However, my only problem is that I have trouble finding some information about people, so it can be difficult to make some videos on people that did something bad and spread awareness. I would like to spread awareness, but there's some information out there that I can't really find or I don't really know the full context. So it's kind of hard for me to do some things, and if you would like to, anyone out there, to give me a call out or a help or, you know, notify me with anything that someone did something bad, then I'm willing to answer that call and I'm willing to make a video as long as it's somewhat interesting. If it's something like someone just popped a balloon in front of a kid and they cried, then I'm not going to do that, sorry. Eventually, yes, I will spread more awareness, but for now, I'm just going to be doing some videos on random things, I guess, but I will do other commentary videos. Our third questionnaire of today is Zach Tonight 75, and their first question is, from man to skeleton, when and how did you die? Well, I didn't necessarily die in the traditional way, but I did become the undead. And how I become the undead is because one day I was just doing my normal routine, you know, going to school and blah blah blah, and then all of a sudden I saw this girl walking in the sidewalk, and then when she was gonna do a crosswalk, then a truck came all of a sudden, so I had to push her, but suddenly I just fell asleep after that. And then all of a sudden, I was in this sort of dream where I heard this voice call out to me and ask me if I wanted to go back as this disfigured being, or I can have a skeletal body but my flesh will be removed. Obviously, I didn't want to go out looking like I'm like broken into pieces like that Squidward episode where he was in a wheelchair, so I chose to be a skeleton. And then I woke up and obviously I was horrified because I didn't know if that was a dream or if I was ascending to heaven. And then I created this channel so I can express myself, because unfortunately I'm not going to get my flesh back and I'm gonna remain the skeleton for the rest of my life, and I'm all sad now. Well, I would be sad, but I'm more sadder because I have skinny bones. The second question by Zach Tonight 75 is, will you be doing any analog horror series in the near future? Potentially, yes, I will be doing analog horror in the future, but for now I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm a little sissy, even though I like analog horror and I think it's cool. It's sort of like FNAF and when we were kids, that we know what FNAF is and we watch, but like we don't want to play it ourselves because we're kind of scared. And that's how I feel with analog horror. I'm a little scared because I know there's some really good ones out there and I'm too scared to watch it, but I will be covering some in the future. Maybe I'll do a Jurassic Park one or something that I like. Or perhaps I can do a really bad one, like I forgot that one called, I think it was called Urban Spook. I could do that one. But if there's any suggestions that you would like, Zach Tonight 75, then please let me know. Our fourth questionnaire of this video is Puppy-chan Emo, and their first question is, what's your favorite music? While I don't only have one favorite music, I will give you a top 3 of my favorite music. One is Viva Las Vegas, one other one is Made in Heaven, and the other one is called The Animals Looking Inside Out. If you're curious as to why those are my favorite music, I'm not really of a modern age like kind of music guy. I don't really like modern music because it's either because how they sound or it's because most of the genre is like mostly rap, and I'm not really a fan of rap because the lyrics are too offensive, or maybe because it's too generic or simplistic. But I know there can be good raps out there, and I know there can be other musics than rap today, but for now I just like the 80s musics, 90s musics, or heck, even like music before then. The second question by Puppy-chan Emo is, what's your favorite video games? The video games that I like is mostly sandbox games or simulation games, but I'm not talking about the simulation games like Power Wash or maybe the farm simulation. No, I'm talking about like simulations like God Sims, like Spore, and I also like Minecraft. I also like some other games that are like arcades. For example, I like JoJo Bizarre's Adventures All-Star Battle R, because I generally like video games that aren't really story based, because it can be quite annoying that you have to go back and forth or do specific actions. But I know there can be good story games, but I'm not really a story games sort of player in the video game sense. The last question by Puppy-chan Emo is, how are you so likable? You're lucky that you have cool fan art of you. I can't say the definitive answer as to why people like me. I can speculate. For some, people like my voice, some like my topics that I cover, or simply because they like some noise in the background, and those are good answers. I'm not sure as to why people like me or why I have this many subs, but I can say for certain it's either one of those factors. As to why I have fan art, I'm honestly not sure, because I feel like I'm not really that interesting, or my voice is boring, or my topics aren't really interesting, but apparently people are liking that, and I support you guys, and I'm very thankful that you guys drawing fan art of me, or the fact that you guys are actually liking my channel, and I'm still surprised to this day that I still have this many subs. Our fifth questionnaire of this video is ChimmyAnimate, and their first question is, do you like trains? Because I'm a real fan myself. I mean, I like trains, but I'm not gonna act like I'm a big fan or anything. I will say my two favorite trains are from India and Japan, because from India, it's a little comical to see some people on the side and on top. It's a little sad, but it's also comical at the same time. But for Japan though, I think their trains are cool. I think they're very fast, they can get you anywhere, but just be sure to not be on the tracks at any times, because you will be annihilated. However, their train designs are cool and I like them a lot. But for any other trains out there, I don't really care about them, because they either look generic or they look the same. For example, I like New York, but they look like every other trains I saw. The second question by ChimmyAnimate is, what's your favorite prehistoric animal besides dinosaurs? Ooh, this is gonna be a hard one, because I'm a big fan of dinosaurs, so non-dinosaurs, prehistoric animals, it's gonna be a little tricky, but I know one. For the dinosaurs ones, my favorite is Giganotosaurus, because I like T-Rex, but there's other dinosaurs besides T-Rex that are big and scary. But for the non-prehistoric animals that aren't dinosaurs, I will have to say Deinosuchus, because I've seen a lot of prehistoric animals, and yeah, sure, maybe the Smilodon or mammoths or any kind of animals that are popular. I will say that Deinosuchus is my favorite, not because of its like lesser known animals like the cats or maybe the big elephant, but I like Deinosuchus because I've seen a lot of crocodiles and nothing has scared me more than a big crocodile coming from the lake and then it just devours you. I've heard countless horror stories about crocodiles taking lives, so I can't imagine what a Deinosuchus would do in modern age, because there's this one Nile crocodile, I believe it's a Nile crocodile, that took over 100 lives, and he's a big boy, so I can't imagine what a Deinosuchus would do if they were alive today. Maybe they won't hunt us specifically, but they may hunt something bigger, you know. And the third question by ChimmyAnimate is, why you're born skinny? I was born skinny because my parents were both skinny when they were young, so I'm guessing that's passing down to me. But nowadays I'm starting to gain a lot of weight and I'm gaining a lot of more bigger bones, so I'll probably have more muscles during the days that I turn older. Maybe if I ate more, or maybe if I focused more on my athleticism at a young age, then I would probably be a bigger boy. Because I was pretty fast during my prime. I was pretty fast that I even won the second medal on the 100-meter dash. But unfortunately I lost first place, which is sad, but I'm still glad that I was able to win a medal when I was pretty young. And I'm pretty proud that I even won a first medal when I did long jump, and it was cool. But yeah, I was born skinny because I didn't really eat that much, or my parents were just skinny at a young age. Our sixth and final questionnaire of tonight is Bulgaria! And their first question is, how did you come up with the character Skinny Bones? Well, this is how I came up with the idea of Skinny Bones, or the character. So I was thinking to myself, what do I like and what do I think of myself? So I thought about it, and then I'm like, okay, well, I'm a big fan of horror things, so I'm probably gonna do a character that's based off of horror. Originally, I was gonna do a vampire because, you know, I love vampires, but I'm like, nah, I don't think that would sound or suits me well. So then I thought to myself, hold on, I'm skinny and I look like a skeleton. So I thought to myself, well, maybe I should go with Skinny Bones. And then I was like, do I just do Skinny Bones or Skinny Bones Aaron? Because Aaron is actually my first name, so I just did Skinny Bones Aaron because I don't want to be just known as Skinny Bones, so I'm gonna go by Skinny Bones Aaron. And that's how I came up with the idea of Skinny Bones Aaron, because I thought to myself, I'm a skinny person, and that you can feel my bones, and that's how I came up with a character. The second question by Bulgira is, will you be covering bigger controversies, example, the Mr. Beast drama? Well, I'm of course gonna go over some controversies that may be big. I usually like to go after some more obscure ones or lesser known in the public, because I feel like those ones deserves a lot more attention than just the big ones, because sometimes the big ones are kind of stupid, but you never know. But if it's like something as drastic as, say, I remember there's this guy named Boogie2998 and he faked cancer. Of course, I might go into that controversy, but it's been done to death, so it's kind of not my ideal to take it, because I like going for things that are more obscure. And for the Mr. Beast thing, even though he probably faked the challenges, I highly doubt that he faked the going to Africa and building wells, because who would do that? And there's like thousands of kids there, so I highly doubt that he would fake that. And probably the challenges are fake, but maybe not the ones that he probably give donations to, like say going to Africa and building some wells. I think that's one of the good things about his channel, but for the challenges, yeah, he probably faked it. And the last question by Bulgaria is, do you plan on doing any collaborations in the future? In truth, maybe, because I would like to do some collaborations and I'm willing to do it, but unfortunately I don't really have any social media account besides maybe Twitter. Like, I'm probably gonna make my Twitter account more public in my YouTube channel, so maybe some content creators or YouTubers can, hit me up and say, hey, do you want to collab? Then I might say yes. But for now, I'm just gonna be the solo game. I'm the solo man of this team, so I'm probably just gonna be alone doing videos, but hey, I'm willing to do some collaboration in the future. And with that being said, this is the end of this video, and I really have to thank those who asked me some questions, because sometimes I want to engage with my audience, but I occasionally just do it by the comment section, but I like to do it directly here, and I'm glad I did it. If there was anyone that was unfortunately not able to comment and ask me a question, I will answer your questions in the comment section down below this video. But just be warned that I won't go over everything that's too explicit or too weird, so please be respectful of what you're commenting. And with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and thank you to those who asked me some questions. With that being said, I'll go back to the graves and tell you more stories like this, or maybe do more Q&As, who knows. But with that being said, this is the end of this video, and with that being said, goodbye.